Hi people, it's me, and I know that it's like been like quite some time since I even attempted to post a video, not that anyone watched and cared, but I am doing this for myself. However, I don't even really know where to start. I'm just kind of like emotionally like fried, honestly, um, with a lot of things and thinking through a lot of things. Not knowing really where to start. Um, but maybe talking to myself will help. And maybe somebody will find this and be able to relate a little bit. So here's to hoping. Um, but anyway, let's kind of dive right in. So the most biggest thing kind of like on my brain right now is the relationship I'm in and with my boyfriend. And we are super, super, well, I'm super in love with him. We've been together right about 8 months almost, and it's kind of now just losing not its fire, but the real work is starting, and we already live together, which we're kind of now realizing was one of our probably biggest, our probably not one of the best decisions that we made in a relationship, which, you know, hindsight is always better than foresight. Unfortunately, now we're kind of in a state of realizing that we did, and hoping our relationship isn't beyond a fixing point. And it's not even like fights or anything like us, but it's emotionally, and realizing that we both kind of lost a little bit of our gust in the last months that we've been together, and finding our own gust again. Um, so that kind of brings me to like my future and literally what am I going to do with my future, and kind of reevaluating at 27 like where you're going, where your life is at. And I've always struggled with that. I've always had like some big dreams, but I've always been really held back by academics. I was homeschooled, and everything was really always incomplete with me in homeschooling. There was never really like, I could go into that, but that's a whole another video. Um, and now I'm kind of sitting here at 27, and I'm ready to take off with life, and I have so many like ideas and things I want to do, but the academics aren't there and lined up really for me to like take that next step or be taken seriously in society, basically. So I definitely need to work on that personally. And there's a lot of other things personally that we need to grow and do. So for me, I'm kind of sitting here, I'm a dance teacher, and I've been teaching dance for like the last 6 years now. And it's amazing, and I love doing it. It's a passion. I grew up dancing. You know, I started in middle school, and after a few years, I realized I really wanted to take it seriously, and so I moved to a studio that was really, was a lot more structured, maybe a better word. Organized, a really good word. Better teach, just better. Um, and that's where I teach now, which I'm so fortunate for the job. I can't even tell you. Don't want to say I'm underqualified, but I am definitely kind of like the bottom of the. I'm like the acro teacher, so which is so much fun. I love flipping and teaching kids, but I'm at the point now where is this just like the easy career for me, or is this really what I see myself doing? And in the last like 6 years that I've been doing it, like I haven't really pushed anything toward it. Just personally, like I've never like been in the studio and just worked on choreography and posted it, never. So that's one thing that I'm going to work on from this point, is really just kind of like, if this is something I'm passionate about, like I need to kind of like feed it a little bit to find out. But there's also things like academically that I want to go to college like so bad. But I have to take the college placement test before I do, which requires a lot of studying, and that's kind of where I'm lost, is just in that spot. I'm kind of stuck there. I've been stuck there for a little bit just because it's not easy to just like break into things, especially when I'm not used to like the way the school system teaches. I was homeschooled, so I'm used to a very different like thought process and like lesson plan, and not that those have anything to do with it, because it's literally just excuses I'm making. Um, so I'm there, and then me and my boyfriend. So there's a lot going on emotionally. I just wrapped up my recital last night with my studio, so it was the end of the year, and we're about to jump into this next year, and I feel almost really motivated, but at the same time, like lack of motivation, just because I don't know where to start. So I think where I'm at right now is like setting up a plan of just like goals that I want to achieve with either in the next 6 months or the next year. So I think that's actually where I'm gonna start now, is just like making a set of like things to do and goals to reach and just checking them off. The first thing I'm doing is I'm moving out of my boyfriend's and I'm moving in with my grandparents who don't live too far from here. Um, it's a step back in our relationship, but it's potentially to make more steps forward, which I'm very excited for, and extremely hopeful for. He's not so hopeful, um, but he's most concerned about hurting me, which feels really, really good. Um, I'm nervous. I love this man a lot, and I've never been in, even though it's only been 8 months, I've never been in something this good, someone this good to me, and I just love him a lot, and losing him would hurt, and I know we would always be friends, but sometimes you don't want to be friends with someone. You want to hold them and touch them and kiss them like all the time. So it's kind of like weird to like give yourself that thought, you know. Um, but relationships are work, and my just hope right now is that as much as I'm willing to like work on myself, and kind of let the relationship take a backseat at this point, I'm don't think one of our biggest concerns is making sure that we're not achieving these goals to be together, because that's not what this is. This is wanting to have a brighter future in spite of each other. And if that works together as a whole in the end, amazing. But you never know. You never know what the world is going to do. It's a crazy place. So um, I just hope that we're worth more than the 8 months that we've committed to this and really been in this. That's really my biggest concern. I don't want to lose him. Neither does anyone. But I think that's all I really have. Next video I plan on making is having a list, and it might be in a new venue because I'm moving with my grandparents. So we'll see. But anyway, thank you guys for those few of you who might watch this, and I hope you guys enjoy your week and are having a great summer.